Thank you for watching us on YouTube. But did you know that if you're on the go, you can get the full show as a podcast now? You can get our morning breakdown of the most important topics facing our country, news not being covered by the mainstream media, interviews with change-making progressives, and info on what you can actually do about all this. Search for The Damage Report on your favorite podcast app and subscribe so you know when new episodes are ready to go. Turn now to Utah. We're going to be joined by a candidate for State House District 73, Marsha Holland. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We're very happy to have you here as well. So I want to talk obviously about your candidacy, the issues you're running on. But first of all, I like to learn a little bit more about different parts of this country. Sure. So your district 73, what is it actually like?
District 73 is full of public lands, some of the most beautiful landscapes in the country, including Bears Ears and Grand Staircase-Escalante National Monument, dozens of state parks, federal lands, state lands. Some of the most public lands in the nation are in District 73.
Yeah, I was amazed at how much you were able to fit into one district there. And obviously, not that long ago, both Grand Staircase-Escalante and Bears Ears made national news when it was announced that there was going to be some change to the regulations in terms of how they can be used. Is that, inside of your district, is that a big issue in your race?
Absolutely. Although federal issues, those are both federal issues that'll be decided in the courts. They have divided our communities. In the Grand Staircase has been around for 20 years, Bears Ears much less time. But in the end, what's happened with these issues is that they have, one, to some extent divided our communities and counties, but two, they've really overshadowed what's going on in our communities and the issues that involve people, healthcare, education, roads. These are the things that have been ignored over the last many years as the issues with the national monuments have come into the spotlight. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the race that we've got coming up. So Phil Lyman is the Republican who's going to be running against you. You are an unaffiliated candidate. There's actually no Democrat in the race. How does that help to shape the campaign that you're running against Phil Lyman?
It shapes the campaign a lot. The Republicans rule Utah. The Democrats, you would never run as a Democrat in Utah. However, what's happening in Utah, as it is across the nation, is that people are becoming unaffiliated, sort of tired of the partisanship and the corporate takeover of both parties. Mm-hmm. And so this is a really important issue in itself. People would like to have government speak for them, and that hasn't been happening. There have been corporations, high-powered money people who have taken over our government. And here in rural Utah, we feel that most decidedly the issues that are most important to us for our children, our families, our elders are being completely ignored in favor of dirt roads and public land issues that are actually federal issues. Mm-hmm.
So what sort of issues are people bringing up as you're going around campaigning?
Yeah, so that's a really been a pretty major part of my campaign, is to go out and meet people and knock on doors. That hasn't happened in this district for 20 years. Oh, wow. And that's largely because someone wears the R label and they're an automatic shoe-in. And so people who are running for office haven't actually gotten out and talked to people over the years. And some of the issues we're hearing about have to do with roads, infrastructure in particular, access to healthcare, education, and making sure that the children who are in our schools are learning things that will help them in the future, creating pathways between education and economic development and jobs in our communities. These are the most important issues. The really top issue that I hear throughout our counties is clean water. Mm-hmm. We don't have clean water in some of our counties. There's water, but it's tainted by uranium and arsenic. And in some cases, there is no running water at all in these communities. We have tenuous water systems, solid waste disposals. Meanwhile, we have millions of people visiting us, a year.
These water issues, is this mainly natural, or is this as a result of contamination from exploitation or mining or something like that?
Exactly. It's a result of exploitation, extraction, mining. On one place I visit, Mountain Ute, White Mesa, they do have running water, and if used they don't drink it because it smells like sulfur.
Oh wow!
And the children, even if their clothes are washed in this water, they end up smelling like sulfur. So they travel the few miles up the road into Blanding to wash their clothes in a washing machine up north. Just literally a few miles away.
Wow.
And the closest place to the county seat has a village less than a block away from the main town that has no water, sewer, or electric. And it's been 60 years that way. These are really deplorable conditions for people to live in without just basic running water. We don't realize that this is going on in our country, going on in our state. People are surprised to hear about it in Utah. And we intend to highlight those issues and begin to make movements to make sure basic necessities are covered in our rural counties.
Wow. Well, Marsha Holland, you're running in the District 73 Utah State House Representative race. It certainly sounds like, based on what you're saying, that people might be looking to make a change from what you said, automatically voting for the Republican. So thank you very much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching this clip from the Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.